Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to find the first receptacle in a circuit or in a daisy chain. Now this process can come in handy for various reasons. Let's say you've got ungrounded receptacles in your home and you want to install a GFCI to protect all the downstream receptacles. Well, you've got to know which one's the first receptacle. Let's say you want to do some troubleshooting. This technique, or knowing the order of the receptacles, can sometimes help you with troubleshooting. Now to do this, you're going to need a multimeter, and a circuit breaker locator comes in handy. There's two different ways to do this. One is by measuring the resistance at the outlets. The other is by measuring the voltage drop. We're going to start with the voltage drop and we'll go from there. Let's get started. So to do this, what we have to do is figure out what all receptacles or outlets are on the circuit, and then we'll start checking those. But to figure out which receptacles are on the circuit, I'm going to use my circuit breaker finder. And it's a Kaiweets circuit breaker locator that was sent to me, and they're also the sponsor of this video. We're going to plug it into one of the receptacles, go out to the breaker panel, figure out which breaker controls these receptacles. We're going to turn them off, then we'll come back in and figure out which ones are dead, and then we know which ones are on the circuit. So I'm going to plug this in here, and then we'll go out to the breaker panel. So what we're going to do is just run this up. And whenever we get the solid tone, this should be the breaker that controls those. So we'll turn this off and we'll go back and check. Okay, so this indeed is dead. So we're going to just go around and check all the other receptacles in the room. Make sure that they're all on the same circuit. Dead. And so we've got 4 in the bedroom and this hallway outlet that we're going to test. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the voltage drop on these receptacles. The further the receptacles are from the breaker panel, the more voltage drop there should be. But in order to create a voltage drop, I'm going to run a heavy-duty load on this circuit. I've got a space heater here. We know that voltage is equal to current times resistance. So the more current we have flowing, the more of a voltage drop we're going to get. And the further we get away from the breaker panel, the more resistance we should have, the more voltage drop we should have. So I'm going to turn this on. I'll turn it on to high. Okay, so that's running. And then I created a little setup here that will work for this video just to make it quicker. I've got this plug that I've wired onto my probes for my multimeter. So I'm going to plug this in. We're going to measure the voltage at each receptacle. Okay, so I'm going to set this to volts AC. We're just going to start plugging it in. Okay, at this one, we've got 115.5 volts. And over here, we're at 118.2. I'm just going to label each one so we can remember what we had at each one. The higher the voltage, the closer we are to the panel, or the closer we are to the first receptacle on the circuit. Okay, this one, we're at 116.5. 115.5. Okay, and one more out here in the hallway. 118.3, we'll call it. Okay, so we have here 118.3, 118.2, 116.5, 116.5, and 115.5. So the one with the lowest voltage, that's this one, is going to be furthest from the breaker panel. And here we have 118.2, 118.3. So this one has the highest voltage, so it has the least voltage drop. So this one is going to be closest to the breaker panel. So this one is the first one on the circuit. So that's how simple this is. Now, if you happened to not plug this load, whether it's a heater or anything else, into the last receptacle, and I honestly did not know which one was the last receptacle, but if you happen to plug it into one in the middle, then the receptacles after the load would all have the same voltage, because there's not going to be a voltage drop because you don't have this high current running through them. So you would know you would need to move this to one of those where you're not getting a drop in voltage from one to the other. But that's all it takes, is running a load, checking the voltage at each receptacle, and the one with the highest voltage is going to be the first receptacle in the chain. And if all you're looking for is that first receptacle in a chain, then it really doesn't matter if the load is on the last one or not. As long as it's not on the first one, you should be able to find it, and that's how simple it is. Let's take a closer look at this circuit breaker tester real quick. The tool I'm using is the Kaiweets KT303P circuit breaker finder, and this was sent to me by the company. And as you just saw, it makes very quick work of identifying the correct breaker. But it also has a lot of other functions that are quite useful. The receiver, as you can see, functions as a receptacle tester. It tests for 7 common faults. It's also got a built-in GFCI tester, which is quite useful. And the receiver not only functions as a circuit breaker locator, but it also functions as a non-contact voltage detector, and it also has a built-in flashlight, which makes it easier to work in dark areas. And this kit includes several other things that come in quite handy. It has a light socket adapter. It also has alligator clips, which makes testing wires and things much simpler. And one thing I really like is when you're not using it, the transmitter stores right inside the circuit breaker locator. So you've got it all here in one compact piece. Okay, so this second technique involves measuring the resistance between the ground and the neutral wires. The further you get away from the panel, the more resistance you're going to have, because the more wire you have. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure the resistance at each of these receptacles. And I've, again, made a deal like this. Now, you don't have to do this, but for the sake of the video, to make it quicker, and if you are doing an entire house trying to find the first receptacle in multiple circuits, something like this will definitely make it easier for you. So I've got the 2 probes wired up to the ground and the neutral. Nothing's connected to the hot prong. Okay, so we're going to set this to ohms, and we'll just plug it into each of these, and we'll record what we've got. That one, let's let it steady out. We'll call it 0.7. We'll call this one 0.9. Okay, it's going to be the same as that one over by the window. 1.1. This one earlier we determined is the closest one, or the first one on the circuit. And look at that. We've got about 0.4. Okay, so this one definitely has the lowest resistance, around 0.3, 0.4. So again, this one's going to be the closest one to the breaker panel. It's going to be the first one on the circuit. So that's how you can do this, is simply measure the resistance between the ground and the neutral wires, and the lowest resistance is going to be the closest one, or the first one on the circuit. So that's how you find the first outlet on the circuit. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, please click that like button down below. Also, I sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. That way you can be notified when new videos come out. Thanks again.